So this game I had previewed about 5 years ago. Um, Take Two, no, no, Player Two had contacted me about 5 years ago about this game, the Souls like back when there was a much more active Souls community, and they're like, hey, we got this build. It's an early build. You want to check it out? Provide some feedback. And the version that I played about 5 years ago was extremely early. This is basically and it's good to get feedback early too. I'm not saying that's wrong. In fact, more studios to try to get early feedback, because it's better to know if you're on the right direction sooner than later. And they had some basic systems in. A lot of the world was white boxed. They had a couple areas to go through, as well as like a very much a white box of like the hub. And I checked it out. It wasn't very long, and I was like, cool. Here's what I think. And then, considering some of these games, especially when you get a preview so early, they can take a while to come out. Suddenly, years later, I find out that it's gone into early access, and while I wasn't ready to jump on it then, I was like, yep, hit me up on release, and I'm interested in checking it out. And then the Texas Winter Apocalypse happens, and so I missed I'm like a week late on the release. It was out on, I think, the 17th, and I think that was the very moment where I think I didn't even have internet at the time. I had no running water, but luckily I had power. But they are also giving out an order to say, okay, you gotta conserve power. The local, I don't know if it was Texas overall, because they're separate grid, or just local to where I am. They came within about something like 4 minutes of, if things got worse, the grid would have gone down for months, and it would have been like full on disaster. So that was a thing. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So I did take a quick look through like the settings and stuff. Nothing really stood out that I would want to change to start. I did notice that I have so the audio settings, I'm not sure they do anything, or they're not set up in a way that I understand. Usually I'll go to like video audio settings just to see if there's anything I'd want to change. But yeah, like last stream it was like invert, any FPS for me it's always invert Y. But in this case, it's nothing really to worry about. I might be turning up the volume a little bit though, because it's a teensy bit low, I think. But then again, once we get in game, it could be real loud, so we'll see. I saw some, as they're getting into early access and towards release, the Twitter gifs look good. That's sort of my measure of like how I get a pulse of the game as it's going. Hopefully there's enough contrast for you guys to see some of this. Much, much better, okay. Most games I like to go into without knowing too much about them, so I didn't read up too much about the story. So we're going to discover it right here. Is this like the birth of a new world? Maybe this is the birth of your character. You have like a wanderer character, yeah. Who wakes in the darkness? Is it you? Can you recall my voice? Okay, yeah, yeah. I think the hub world was Limbo. I think. I think I'm like it's been so long since I looked at this. Some of this stuff sort of vaguely reminds me of some stuff that I looked at in the demo. I forgot that they did have like a couple areas that I went through. This kind of looks like one of them. Not demo. The early prototype. The not even quite alpha. All right. Who wakes in the darkness? Yak. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'm hoping I'm getting it. Yak? Is it you? Can you recall my voice? Or maybe no. No, indeed. My apologies, stranger. I thought you were someone else. Do you have a name? Your thoughts are muddied. I can barely hear anything. Give your thoughts structure. Then I will understand. Oh, wow. I just used the characters on my back. Yeah. Do I have any? I can roll. I can jump. I can roll. Ooh. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I do remember there was some... Oh, you get double jump right away, too. I wasn't sure, like, what abilities... So, like, in the early, like, prototype that I played, a chunk of this stuff existed already. And in fact, I think I didn't explore it as much as I should have, in the preview that I played. Not even preview. I want to stress that what I played initially 5 years ago was extremely early. So I've got to like half discover this anew because a lot of this stuff is new to me, and then remember even what I saw before. I wonder if I'm gonna... How much of what I saw when I initially played is... how did that translate to the release? Xbox X or PlayStation X? Xbox X. Memorial Shard. Ah, here we go. There's a mask. I like... So, one thing that's kind of nice is that some games with platforming have just completely missed the ball on that. I like that they literally have just a ground indicator, like where you're going to land. Some games will just project another shadow. In this case, and for many games where your character already has a shadow, it could be a little bit difficult just because, you know, how do you... If they can get obscured by the rest of the shadows, it could be a little bit tough. Like, a good example of that was... the way the shadows are rendered in Hat in Time are frustrating for platforming, because it's difficult. Sometimes your own shadow is somewhat obscured. Catharsis Limbo Blade. Strange Sword is made of the purest Hadronite and undoubtedly has her own consciousness. If I move the mouse out of the way, is this going to stay off to the side? I remember, what game did I play recently where it wouldn't... No, it was Code Vein, wasn't it? Yeah, I think Code Vein was the one where the cursor would show up in menus and it would recenter over and over again. Activate the well to save your position and restart. Okay, so that's your... Yeah. There you go, there's your bonfires. What are my, That's a parry, that's not necessarily a block. Regular attack, strong attack. Yeah. So, oh, that's good though. Okay, so one thing I wasn't sure what to make of early on. They put some time into this. I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes and how this works in practice. But the version that I played really early on, the animations were very early, especially for attacking. Like, all the combat animations are pretty early, and I'm curious to see how that's come along. Now that it's reached release. One thing that's a good sign is that they had a lot of time in early access. and they probably got a lot of feedback. Life fragment. I'm assuming then, where's my menu? Where's my inventory? Molecular distillation of potential being looks like a piece of hadronite that has seen its density and texture modified. It seems to be the result of a long attempt at researching the regenerative abilities of such matter. The it's a little too small for me. The Aster uses to restore vitality when they can't get any sleep or appropriate treatment. There isn't an... I don't know if there would be or not. Is there the ability to increase the size of the UI just a little bit? Oh man, so the games that I worked on, that had been a constant concern. Every game that I've worked on generally ended up settling around certain font sizes. And the item descriptions are just a teensy bit too small for me. Here we go, yeah. It definitely is Xbox notation for sure. Can you change that? Ah, you can invert. You can invert sticks. Nah, okay. Well, I'm used enough to Xbox notation. Okay, yeah, we have left stick script. Do you have hold? No, roll is instant. Roll is in the down press. Okay. Yeah, right analog stick for the. Right stick click for lock on. Oh, that isn't fully localized. Oh, I gotta stop doing that. Gotta stop pressing circle. Nope, nope. Whoops. Hope I can go get that bag. I think I bumped my head against the ceiling as I went to go jump up. Where was the... Oh, it was behind me, right? Or no, where was that? Okay, I know I wandered off somewhere earlier. Oh, it's just up here, right, okay. Yeah, I just missed that platform, I guess. Oh yeah, you can't, can't make that jump. Hey, Cobra. Wait, Macaw emotes? Am I getting raided? That would be a hell of a raid. Macaw gets, like, mega viewership. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about that, any extra items down there. should probably read the tip about quick access, though. Okay, I don't know if there's anything I really want yet. Maybe a life fragment? It's okay, so it's... why to use? Oh, okay, you can... I didn't know that. You can do, you can do charged R1s. There's no ledge grabbing, okay. Don't think he's done? Ah. He was playing some sort of, some educational game featuring, well, it looked like it was rebranded. It looked like basically they had taken some generic educational game and slapped the Hercules and Xena branding on it. Did he actually ever encounter any actual Hercules at all? Because I knew he was jonesing for it, even though Kevin Sorbo apparently is a QAnon follower. Wait, I missed the... Sneak behind enemy allows you to stab in the back using light attack. Okay. Practice that on the next one, I guess. Ah, that's good to know. You can double jump after a fall. You don't have to jump first. Some games don't allow you to, and I get tripped up by that a lot. That tends to get me pretty often. Oh man, such a strange place to start in. I mean, I guess being Limbo, it makes sense. What am I looking at? Oh, right. So this is doing this really early on. So this game has... one of the things that kind of stood out about this game is that it does switch between like free-roaming, like third-person and like side-scrolling. That definitely makes the platforming a lot easier, that's for sure. Oh, and in fact, I think they stopped, yeah. They stopped rendering the circle under you. Oh, okay, that does damage. Yeah, it's definitely been a very long time since I last had, since I played the prototype for this. Yeah, you can bump you bump your head real easy. That's what it is. Yeah, you immediately lose your movement the moment you hit a ceiling. Okay. Like lots of friction with surfaces. Yeah, I gotta be careful. They're playing like such sad music for this area. I feel like I'm being prepared for like a big story reveal. Like I don't know what it's going to be yet. Just before impact the parry attack, yeah. Okay. Light attack. Cool. I gotta get... Okay, you know what? It's actually pretty wide. That's a lot wider of a window than I thought it would be. I thought it was way too early for that. Who are you? The Wanderer greets you slowly. You were enthralled by the dark sparks produced by your fingers. Etherbolt. Oh, okay, we're immediately learning something. I read through every single occult publication found in the city's underground markets. I go back to my previous readings, find new ones, and challenge the forbidden. My mind is on the brink, but my soul remains steadfast. The ink courses under my skin as my walls become adorned with sigils and maddening arabesques of inconceivable miracles. I devour knowledge itself. Concrete and astral become one. I dance in between worlds. Rila's notebook. Data for the past, future. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So spell was given by the Silent Wanderer in Limbo. Can I... Here we go. Yeah. Oh, thanks for the spell. You got anything else to teach me, huh? No? Okay. Alright. How do I use this? Okay, I did equip it. Use it by pressing... It's such a small... Looks like LT. Does this have really long range? Oh, you stop that. Ooh, I can cast that a lot. Okay. Did that? Oh, that would be so great if that was the case. If basically when you kill an enemy, at least with a spell, the whatever drop that they put up spawns right next to you. That would be great. I kind of just went straight up. Here we go. I want to test that. So there's definitely like a line that gets drawn from stuff that like your basic sort of I can't remember what the name of the soul-esque resources, what your currency is, your experience. At least it had bounced over to me. I gotta figure out if that's the case. That would be great if that was the case. Kind of eyeballing my mana to see if it comes back. Like if there's any basic regen for it. It doesn't look like there is, but it gave you a lot of casts to start. I'm kind of surprised. Souls games are normally really, really stingy. Even Code Vein. Code Vein system is really good though. For getting it back. From Kamos' brilliant work emerges a revolutionary device capable of capturing the manifestations of memory that are let out in death. This will completely transform the making of our memoriam. It seems combining it with a greater system could soon allow us to rebuild even the very consciousness of our dead. To remember the king, maybe. A brilliant condensation of ancient technology restoring its user's vitality. Aha, okay. This could be our reusable healing. I like that they spent some time with like an elaborate menu transition. Simple like fades and wipes You can go so much further than that. Left and right? Yeah. Or no, just right. Wonder what left does then. Like D-pad left, yeah. Use like any conceivable. Recharges every time you die. Yeah, I didn't read this earlier. Yeah. So this is your healing item, yeah. While falling, using the jump or dash buttons cancels the fall damage. Okay. Hey, Bloodlust. How are you doing? Oh no, now I need to know. I need to be able to judge the height here. Could just do both. I have such bad depth perception. Ooh, we got a slide. Also, apologies if you can hear the banging from my upstairs neighbors. I don't know what is going on. I don't know if maybe new people moved in and they're just very flat-footed, or they're continuing to clean up whatever my upstairs neighbors had to deal with regarding the burst pipe. Because there was one in my building, in my apartment building, but it wasn't above me. It was a little bit to the side, and I didn't get hit. Sorry, this is an awkward question, but do I remember you? I remember you visiting the channel here and there, yeah. It might have been a while ago, though. There has to be some essence, but that's just my... Isn't essence just my, Oh, maybe essence is my mana. Let's find out. I don't know if it's my experience or my mana. Been in a home without a phone for 6 months. There's been a few of my viewers who have had that kind of issue. Oh, hello. Did you just jump? No, you had a ramp. I was about to say. It's frustrating that so many people are even on my viewers are switching between, like, they're forced to, you know, there are people who are, you know, basically going off the grid for a while. There's, you know, no internet, people going homeless. Like, it's in 2021, nobody should have to deal with that, and I wish, I hope your current state's a little bit better at least. Are these coming back? Oh, they've got like 2 different overlapping models or something. How you been, though? I mean, outside of having no, assuming maybe not a great state. First time you got a phone back since June. That's rough. I was having trouble just not having internet and still having mobile data for like a week during the we've been calling it the Texas winter apocalypse, but a week of you were in a program to help yourself fight a lot of problems. Hopefully you're doing better as a result then. You're doing better than I am getting your stuff figured out, because I've been heel dragging on my issues. I'm only afloat by like luck and privilege, more so than my own effort. I'm not sure if this is the right way or the other way. Well, that's good to hear. Hopefully things continue to get better for you. I don't know if I went backwards or not. Oh, I was so... No, I took a jump. This has to be forwards because I took a jump to get down there. Yeah. This has to be forward. Sometimes I think I shouldn't be allowed to play games without a map. Oh, projectiles too, right. I gotta pay attention to that. Oh, wait, was it taking... Oh, it was costing stamina just to cast too, right, okay. I really should use this. What's the button? There we go. Well, I mean, Bloodlust. If you are familiar with Discord, it's funny. Like it's only been 6 months. You know what Discord is. If you pop into my Discord channel, there's a lot of people from the Soul community, and plus you can hit me up on DMs if you'd like as well. I really should heal. Practice my parries. What? Oh. Pretty much was off the grid without warning. That's rough. And there is a lot of story in this for me to put together. Like I've seen just the smallest glimpse into the world, but I still don't really have a good idea of what's going on yet. It's got to be a lever or something for me to get, I think. Is it just this? No. Oh wait, it's right in front of me. I'm just missing it. I'm just missing it because I'm staring at the rest of the random, like, the trees and the debris and stuff. Continuing my Dark Souls ladder blindness. Oh, before you go, at least grab the Discord link. And you can always get it later too. It'll just be on the channel if you need it. But yeah, I know that feel. I'm constantly... Wait, what was that? I'm constantly struggling to get up in the morning. So yeah, more power to you if you need to get to sleep now. What might this be? Ibon fragment required. Last time I've heard about anything called Ibon, it was what was the name of that series? Soul Eater. They're apparently remaking that. I'm so looking forward to that. I like the anime may have been hit or miss, but the world is interesting. They apparently had... My understanding of it was that there apparently was an anime first, which is unusual for anime. Oftentimes the manga comes first. And so anime, apparently they made a manga after, as far as I can understand. And they're making another one that's basically doing the FMA Brotherhood type of deal, where now that they've fleshed out the world and the material a bit, they're gonna go back and make a more robust anime. And I'm based on what I've like, you know, every while or so I'll find myself going into the wiki for it. I'm excited. I like their world a lot. Ooh, Heart of Libo. Ooh. Gonna get her, hopefully, a nice big story reveal. Give me some juicy info. Here we go. In the beginning, there was the king. From a glance, he made the world. I remember some of this. This sounds like some of this. This is coming back to me now. And from a whisper, he created us. Aster was her name. Aster? The king long traveled this new space, witnessing his children scared amidst the darkness of the first days. He ripped out his eyes and threw them into the void, beyond the circle of the world, so that they could illuminate our lives. From a simple gesture, he started the slow rotation of the stars, and could then focus on other tasks. There was the Narayana, the thousand-door palace where his throne stands. Also, hope you get some good rest, Bloodlust. Have a good night. There were Durga, Naruth, Citra, and I didn't get a chance to read that. It's hard to pronounce that. There was Hypnos, Royal Guard, the illustrious mantra, Murti, and Yatra. These, I imagine, these are going to be the big story figures / bosses. Surrounded by the countless wonders he created, our civilization was to live for millennia and conquer the distant stars. Then came the twilight. The kingdom was gradually buried in darkness as a gray and melancholic atmosphere took hold of it. The king was no more. Incomprehension gave way to panic and fear, as no trace of the king could be found. His departure brought on the end. Dark gods, forgotten demons. Or the living embodiment of our pride. They descended upon Hypnos during a never-ending eclipse. The mountains crumbled, the lakes, rivers, and seas dried out or disappeared, buried under the torrents of flames and ash. The Acer tried rising up to protect their land and lives, but it was in vain. So that might explain some of what I've seen of the pre-release, or I guess the early prototype stuff. The stuff that did have art to it was very, well, I mean, you know, it kind of fits the name of the game. It was very shattered. It was very like fractured, like islands of surviving existence in the most vague of senses. Like parts of the world were intact, but just in giant pieces floating around. I can't use D-pad. Okay. So this is your magic damage. Here we go. I want lots and lots of now. I don't know if I want. I kind of want to spend a lot for casting. That's fine. Let's go with that for now. I don't know if I would spend too much right away, but I certainly want to level up a bit, not lose out too much. catalyst charge. A shining orb made by Promethean Kamos that contains a reserve of unknown energy. A specialist could use it to increase the charges the catalyst can hold. Okay. Yeah, so this would probably increase my healing. It's for this, yeah. So I'll have to find somebody who can dump that in there. I'm hoping there's a reusable like mana or ether, I guess. Is that what it was called? Yeah, an ether refill item, like an Ashen Estus type thing. Ah, hey, you're not on my back anymore. Okay. There are 12 demiurges. The ash and carcass frozen in time and silence bear witness to their terrifying power and cruelty. There were hundreds of them, maybe even thousands. They came from the void, or from a distant universe. Their battle cracked the earth and shattered reality. Unsatisfied with having massacred us, however, they consumed each other in a sea of blood and darkness. Those who remain share their ruins, shape nature in their likeness, and play with our corpses like fallen puppets, here to counter their eternal boredom. They are Hypnos, Destroyer, and Sovereign gods, who, without the king, will reign supreme over his corrupted and silent reflection, now and forever. Okay, yeah. So yeah. This is definitely basically the world has been destroyed. The world and potentially reality is in pieces, and we gotta fix this. Oh, I like that. That's cool. How much is there? Trying to figure out if this is if there's anything modeled in there, or if it's just a. Well, it looks cool regardless. Mohan Aresh R. Esther. Okay, what are those words I recognize? Karanzan? Corazon? Mark of Corazon. Corazon? The Promethean looked up at his disciple, who had eagerly absorbed all of his master's teachings. In his shaky hand shone the first key that would open all the doors. A mark with complex lines reminiscent of the curves of time. Some unknown analog technology allows free return to the heart of Limbo. Okay. Struggling a bit with some of the text size and the font. I think I'm spoiled by I'm a little bit spoiled by sort of a lot of games using very simple fonts, very like high readability fonts. Oh, I have a key, I just don't have the key. Oh, okay. Take a quick browse and then I'll head on through. If this is the previously white boxed hub area, if this is what it now is, that's a hell of a change. Because when I played this about 5 years ago, there was a very large sort of, I mean, it wasn't filled out. It was, it was very in progress. There was a very large space that was basically just an open, extremely open landscape that hadn't been completed yet. It just had some basic forms to it. I wonder if this is the new version of that hub. I wonder if I have that footage. It was from forever ago. The funny thing is that 5 years ago is like 2017-ish? 2016? It's weird thinking about that. Like 2010 plus still feels, even 2014 plus is like fresh in my mind, and it feels so recent, even though so much time has passed. I remember parts of myself that I don't want to be anymore from 2009, let alone 2014, where I made mistakes in the Dark Souls 2 era. And 2016, when I made mistakes trying to be a full-time content creator. I think this is the only one we got so far. That's a cool effect. The Promethean looked up at his disciple, yeah. There was a post on, I guess on Steam, maybe? There was a post on the, like, I guess the news feed or something similar to that for this game. That it was something like, now they've released, here's our next steps. And I was curious, but I didn't want to read it because I wanted to play the game a bit first and not get spoiled. Ibon fragment. Okay, another one of those. But I am curious what they posted. I don't know, like, if they're doing post-release support, post-release content. No idea yet. I know since I'm streaming it, especially because I received a key, I should probably have read up a bit more. But I tend to be the kind of person who leans towards like going into games with the least amount of knowledge possible, just so that I can experience it firsthand. You know. Ooh, ooh. Well, don't know if I can't get in here yet. Assuming I can. Eventually. Small sentient device made in Nefer Laboratories? Nefer? It connects with the rare living beings that remain and lights their path, even in the darkest obscurity. Is this usable? It was. It's got a number on it. Yeah, okay, I'll put it in. Put it on my hotbar for now. No one knows where the demiurges came from, and the dusty thoughts that are the Memorum would not enlighten us in that regard. Not everything is meant to be explained, and looking endlessly into such an irrational and cruel event will not create any meaning for it. Here is all you need to uncover, where to find them, and how to destroy them. We will extract knowledge from their cursed corpses, and find the door to the king. Or we could at least try, huh? Interesting way to kind of phrase that, because there's sort of like a... There's... Whenever there's like disaster or, you know, some people are like... kind of put the, Oh, you know what? I'm noticing how, the way the sword gets sheathed and unsheathed is pretty cool. How it kind of gets rebuilt in your hands. Anyways, though, there's sort of like the thought of like try not to assign too much meaning to like negative events in like real life, and there's sort of how do I word this that makes in a way that makes sense? I'm gonna try to parry that. Ooh, that goes real quick. Okay. Ooh, good damage too. Whoa, it knocks him down? Let me try to figure out how I'm gonna say that. A lot of sort of like... There's a lot of sort of presentation for bad events that kind of go in like the phrase of like, it's all in God's plan and all that kind of stuff. A lot of like religious attribution for when bad things happen to try to explain it and make people feel better, and that sort of thing kind of bothers me. So it's interesting to see them point out something like that. Pocket generator potential energy could be used to start an aster crucible or any other massive device needing a great amount of energy. Interesting. This kind of reminds me of like a Pharaoh's Lockstone type of thing. Well, another mask. Do not fear, stranger, for I am not your enemy. My name is Volnir. Not very talkative, huh? No matter, it always feels good to meet the living. You come from Limbo. I can feel it. Everything about that place is abnormal. It should not exist. But it isn't the only strange thing here. Have you awoken recently? I'll just nod. That must be disconcerting. And dangerous. Hey, Tony. Yeah, heat's still on, power stayed on. Power only dipped like twice. For like an hour. Water's been up long enough to have beaten out the boil water notice, so I think I'm in the clear. I even got groceries today. For the first time in, like, more than 5 weeks. So, I'm kind of okay now. I had a couple of nice sandwiches and some chips because that's what I felt like today. And I didn't have to think about nothing. So, I think I'm in a good spot. I even slept pretty well today. I mean, I know I'm a little bit tired tonight just because I tend to kind of burn out pretty early in the day. But, yeah, no major complaints. How are you doing? Bring me enough essence and I'll teach you how to defend yourself. Good luck with your quest, whatever it might be. Do I not have enough? I see. Would you happen to found crystals the color of amethyst? These fragments grant access to great forgotten memories, some of which I care about. What do you got? One of the artifacts created by legendary Madar Volnir temporarily overactivates the Hadronite contained in sentient weapons to greatly increase their damage. And then some healing. Yeah, so these fragments then are just your consumable healing items. So one for mana, one for health. I don't know what to do with this yet. Oh, well, you know what? That must be that, and this might be something that maybe these are just currency items. Then I'm gonna hold off on selling it, but I think I might want to sell that in a bit, though. Yeah. This is a Souls-like, although the world structure seems to be a bit more open and wider than. I mean, this is closer to the sort of world structure of like Ashen or something, as far as I can see so far. Just a bit more open, rather than like for a good example would be like, the Dark Souls games are like a series of corridors with a bit of branching but not much. So we'll see how much that holds true for this one. Code Vein was pretty open, somewhat. Oh, we're back to 2D. So one thing this game does is it basically will switch between basically 2D for like more platforming focus and 3D for more like wandering around kind of action RPG stuff. And this is the only game that I think kind of does that as a Souls-like. I think there might have been one other that I think isn't out yet. I think, I don't know. I know there was one other game that I was looking at around, I think around one of the PAXs that I saw that had something like this, but I don't even know if it was a Souls-like. Or I might, what could have been as well is maybe I had seen a very late scene for the game and didn't even recognize it. I'm not super sure. I saw something that had the alternating, like free roaming slash locked camera. This is the only one that I know has been released that has the perspective changes. Well, it's not straight. It's not like flat 2D as well. It's more like the same type of fixed camera that Metroid Other M had, of all things. Hey, thanks for the resub phone number. Even though you've mostly just been kind of silent and chilling, I do appreciate it regardless. You seen this game? Hasn't been in development? Oh, yeah. Phone number is like one of my longest subs. I think my longest is probably Hembrandt, tied with possibly Nero 1 month behind, and then it's a few others. This game has, so you might have seen me when you've been around for a while. You might have seen me stream a very, 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 very extremely early version of this. Basically a prototype 5 years ago. It's amazing to think it's been so long. Like, so many things have changed. I'm a different person. I'm a significantly different person than I was 5 years ago, let alone when let alone 2014 where I got partnered, and 2008 when I first started streaming. What you probably remember is basically a giant kind of like white boxed, very, very work in progress world that was the hub, and there were some small sections and like maybe one boss that existed in that prototype I played like 5 years ago. This game has been in development, must have been in development for more than 5 years. It's got to have been in development for like I don't know how long it took them to get to that prototype, but it could have been like 6+ years. It's been so weird. You've been lurking the streams since Dark Souls 1 PvP days. Yeah, I couldn't quite tell if you had been around, like since, for example, Monster Hunter or SMT3 or whatever. I gotta go way earlier than that. Oh, if I knock him down, I can't hit him with my own spell. You remember the bad thing you did in Bloodborne? Bloodborne was a nasty experience for me. Tony, I don't even remember what you did, but it pales in comparison to just having to have played Bloodborne at all. Especially, like, I was done with Bloodborne before the end of my first playthrough. Like, by the time I got to, like, Ebrietas, I was so ready to put it down, and I just grit my teeth and just dealt with it and finished it. But I was getting ready to just rage quit Bloodborne, because there's so many things that I disagree design-wise with Bloodborne. On top of it, like, barely getting 20 FPS. Today, I've given the opportunity to meet one of the fives. Kuranzon in the flesh. Kuranzon. My work seems to have caught his attention, but what does he expect from a mere architect? Arhu, the industrial architect. I've met that Kuranzon. Ooh, I can backstab you. Day one of being in mind, you managed to spoil something. Oh, I don't remember it enough to be upset, so don't worry about it. Oh, missed my window. Here. Take your big old dumb shield and block my spells. Yeah, Bloodborne, I didn't even really care too much about the story for Bloodborne. Catalyst charge. Oh, another one? Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we got 2 of these now. We just bump into this. This seems like a smart thing to try. Ooh, it gets ready for me. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. Oh, I recognize this. Huh. Oh, I guess that's how it looks when I come back into the world. Can I, like, there we go. Yeah. That's an interesting way to do, yeah, and I get close and it makes me, yeah, there we go. This is our fast travel, or some fast travel. The only reason you enjoyed that game was because your buddy and you wanted to platinum it together. I think if the FPS wasn't so bad, I probably would have enjoyed it more. Because it was basically a Souls game trying to catch up to the pace of like an action RPG, or character acting game, I should say. Like, Bloodborne, like seeing Sekiro really kind of drives it home to me that they had basically planned Bloodborne to kind of to explore that concept of like, what if we sped the game up a bit and we simplified it a bit? Because, you know, if you look at Sekiro, it is literally like they stripped away the RPG elements. Your abilities and items are simpler, and it's nearly a rhythm game. It's a really good rhythm game, and it's like the only rhythm game I was ever good at. You were too young to care. You had yet to actually play a 60 FPS game. Yeah, like for me, it's like having grown up in games that had good frame rates when I was younger, and then I can't use this one. Okay, I'll probably have to activate it in some way. Having grown up with games at high frame rates in the like SNES or NES era, and even the PC games that I had played at the time, anything that required you to have precise, well-timed inputs. Do I go down here? It certainly looks like I should. Anything that required precise or well-timed inputs ran at a frame rate appropriate to whatever that was. So, like, Bloodborne was a slap in the face. Even Dark Souls 1 was a struggle. Demon Souls ran better than Dark Souls 1 most of the time. Nope. Oh no. Getting ready to go attack the dude is shooting at me. Oh, they're very generous with your stamina for sprinting. Oh, there's a bit of AoE to that. Well, Dark Souls also runs slow enough. Dark Souls Dark Souls and Demon Souls ran slow enough to where it didn't matter. Like Dark Souls 3, I don't want to play at 30 FPS. Bloodborne, I don't want to play at 30. It didn't even hit 30. I wouldn't want to play it at 30. I got motion sickness playing Dark Souls 3 on PS4. I have never gotten motion sickness in a game except for a little bit in Sea of Thieves. The moment I hit the Grand Archives in Dark Souls 3 in multiplayer, and the game not only starts stuttering a lot and dropping frames left and right, but in the Grand Archives it gets so bad that the speed of the game speeds up and slows down. So it starts doing this thing that felt very reminiscent of do you remember the episode of Futurama with the Chronotons where like suddenly time moves forward and back? And they're like, but then like the moment it does, they stutter and like they're like, what just happened? Where am I? You know, that was my experience with Dark Souls 3. Just getting sick, like couldn't remotely keep my head together, trying to figure out what was going on, and I just could not. Like it's just like shaky ground. You just you just want to like sit on the grounds, find some solid ground that doesn't move, and just not exist. Ooh, trying to get a bead for their attack animations. Ooh, okay, all right. Oh man, I have so much ether, it's great. I remember watching Nelson play Dark Souls 3, and towards the end of Irithyll on the way to Pontiff, the game would flat out freeze for a couple seconds. Not just like stuttery FPS, not just weird frame timing stuff. No slowdown. It would just freeze. That double jump, the one you can do really late to cheese high falls, yeah, which means that when I was going through the rafters earlier, I could have just jumped the entire way down. You can also just dash at the bottom as well. Anything that interrupts your falling can do it. I haven't found how strong fall damage is in this game yet, and I hope to never find out. Okay, here's where I was before. Yeah, you can double jump super late. There were a few games that you can't double jump really late. Like some of the games that I think you needed to... I can't remember what game I played recently where you had to do something special at the apex of your jump, and if you didn't do it, you were screwed. I can't remember which game it was. One of the games that I had played somewhat recently. Oh, this is where I came in. Oh, no. There was some stuff you can only do in Blasphemous. Yeah, Blasphemous had a lot of frustrating behavior, like very specific behavior with how your movement and combat worked. Memento. Blasphemous has so much potential. I just want them to have another big polish pass, like a game feel pass. Blasphemous is full of like unrealized content. No problem, Tony. Have a good one. And thanks for stopping by. I know I haven't seen you in a while. I've sort of lost track of my goal. Well, I knew I need to kill the demiurges, but as far as how to get there or if I'm going the right direction, I have no clue. Appreciate that. I'm glad that I'm shining at least above the streamers, because I always feel like I don't stand out enough. I want to do better. Or at the very least, if I do have an audience that'll like me a lot, I want to find more of that audience. I want to satisfy way more people. Oh, double stab. All right. Yeah. Okay, all right. Get out of there. One thing I gotta do is I gotta learn how to accept a compliment more often. That's been like one of the biggest things. It's always something I struggle with. I don't thank people enough, and I don't accept compliments enough. Oh, I shouldn't. Oh, I'm so glad I can move while doing that. Oh, okay. One day you'll hit me. Oh yeah, they're just fully knocked down. Can't do nothing. Yeah, so it's not meant to stun them per se. It's meant to let me get close. Whoa. Oh, okay. I gotta do that faster. Did I parry it? I didn't parry it. One more time. Alright, alright. That is my last attempt. I'm gonna just heal and kill this thing from a distance. Okay, so the items don't go to you. I think I lucked out last time. I think it just fell on me. Oh, I don't think I can get it. Yeah. Can't reach. Probably from here, maybe. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, careful. Can I get up here? I can. A little bit later than that. A little bit earlier than that. Damn it. There. Yeah. Oh, okay, I did hit him. Okay. Getting better at this. I guess I should get up there. It's like... can't hit them while they're on the ground anyways. It's an interesting way to handle that. Basically saying that you can't necessarily just mash them down when they're on the ground like that. It kind of focuses you on getting close to the target. What is this? Trinary key. And this game is so open in terms of just like, I don't have an idea of where I want to go yet, and that's dangerous for me. Like, I get lost so easily. It's like my worst, my like weakest skill is the ability to find stuff. Oh no, the other one's there too. Or no. What is that one? I don't want to go down there. I don't want to jump. I don't want to jump into it and get hit. Ah, yeah, the other one's waiting for me. Get out of here. You stop that. too early. Oh, this is new, okay. What are you doing, alone in the Agora? I can see your hands gracefully moving about, brushing against the holographic sphere, extracting symbols I could not yet decipher. I was denied access to the network, for I was yet to reach my 10th year of being. You would have had to bring me back to my guardians if I had reached out. And so I stayed hidden behind a pillar until the evening came. I admired your fingers, dancing on the glass as you scoured the yonabits of knowledge on the Ibon network. Voracious, captivating, immaculate, covered in the gold of dusk. Anonymous. So not the architect this time. Kinda looks like me. I'm getting worried. I'm losing too much health leading up to the next checkpoint. Assuming I can even find it. I'm so easily lost. My sense of direction is surprising. like I should probably get it looked at. There's probably something wrong with me. Aegis. If you think your weapon is your main tool, you are mistaken. Leave your spear behind, but never forget your Aegis. Iod the Composed. Individual force shield generator. This model regenerates using its bearer's biological energy, but doesn't compare to a normal shield in the long run. Huh. I wonder what that's gonna... What that is gonna be... It didn't say to find it in my inventory. I wonder how I can use this. Aha, I figured it might have been a spell. Then in that case, right probably switches your... probably switches your spell, and then left probably switches your... Or right switches your item, left switches your spell, I bet, right? Or no? Oh, just up switches your spell, okay, yeah. Huh. Cool looking. Also nice you can use it while moving like that. Like, so quickly. And it doesn't cost, like, it's not like you're doing like a slow move or losing stamina or your stamina regeneration goes lower. Like, I bet you can just, yeah, your stamina regeneration is going to be higher. Or lower, yeah. Why did it turn green for a bit? Did I misread that? Huh. Maybe it was just I was holding it at a certain angle or looked at it the wrong way. Okay, you can't keep it out while swinging though. Okay, well in that case then, yeah, right is your consumable, up is your spell, and left is probably your weapon. And I wonder what weapons you would get. Guess I had the key. Well, no, that was probably the thing that needed energy. I'd received that item earlier that was like, for anything that needs a large amount of power, this will unlock it. I think that was it. I sort of get a bit more now how in the Dark Souls games they say like used such and such item. Just it flat out tells you what you were using. I'm gonna go back up, just because I feel like I had missed an opportunity to find another one of those bonfire things. I can't remember what they were called. This area is starting to look familiar. It's just a small... No, there's more stuff here. I was about to say, this was just a small diversion to get that fragment. That had me worried, this covering up the screen for as long as it did. Doesn't matter too much if it's safe. Oh yeah, we got more slide. Luckily you can still jump too, so that helps. I need a place to hide. No, not ready yet. Oh no, there's like a million dudes here. Come on. Got like no healing heads yet. Here we go, here we go. I'm glad I bailed. Okay, I didn't see anything super... Well, I don't know. Didn't see anything that really caught my eye just yet, but I kinda... I can safely at least go kill this dude. Yeah, there's probably something here. Ah, yeah, okay, he does turn for it too. I wasn't sure if it would be a turn and a double stab. They will track you, okay. No? I think this is where I came in? No. Oh. There's so much weight as I bang against the walls there. This game is it's got such a weird kind of mystery to it. I'm still trying to get a grasp on the world and stuff. Like, I'm getting like little bits and pieces of lore stuff, but I haven't really put it together yet. The basics I've kind of got. Ooh, I bumped up against the edge of that ramp. think I've already been here. One day I will have a sense of direction. One day I'll have any clue where I'm going. Wait, was there... Oh, don't make the jump. Don't jump. Just go to the fancy dancy fast travel deal. Oh, hey, what? Hey, no, let me spawn in first. Oh, this is no good. I gotta get back in there. Let me in. Good. What would kind of help, I think, what would be kind of nice if you, especially thematically, I think, would be if once you land, there's a bit of like a shockwave out from where you land, just to give you some space. Because I could even move for a sec. Oh, you're not an enemy. Who are you? Oh, another mask. Come, my friend. Bhakti. No, Bhakti isn't feeling lonely per se, but she hasn't had a good-hearted conversation in a while. Good luck. Not gonna get one from me. Ah, funny little thing you have on your shoulder. Does it follow you everywhere? I bet it makes your travels feel less lonesome. Do you remember before? Conversations were always so beautiful, no matter where they took place. Boundless. I spent countless time in discourse at the Agora, thousands of kilometers away from the closest friend. Once the research of the day was done, we never missed the call of chatter, the Isles of the Belt as our only witness. Precious moments. Not much of it remains today. Some virtual particles withering as the world changes. I saw a few, far from here. I'm back from across the sea that appeared as the demiurges came from the void. Ah, if everything had not been destroyed, I could have quickly shown you all the great cities there. Quite sad. You'll have to get there by your own means, if you want to. I think we're alike. I travel to discover the truths yet unknown. And how shall we differentiate memories unattained from memories lost? So the dialogue is a bit hard to follow. I know it's meant. It seems like it's meant to be a lot less, less clear than I'd probably be wanting here. Everything seems so metaphorical. It almost kind of feels like that's the point in terms of like, this is the presentation of the world unformed, and then further shattered by the demiurges. I brought a few things over from the other continent. You want to have a look? Some of it could just be like localization isn't quite there. I did notice some stuff that wasn't fully localized when, like earlier, like a couple words here or there. I should really just buy a few of these. Just for safety's sake. Probably gonna end up dying soon anyways. Ooh. Do not want to fall here, that's for sure. As I sprint to my doom. Oh, it has to be one way too? It looks like there's another one of those limbo wells down there though. The superluminal portals are once again functional. I hope my work is over soon so that I can finally transcend this stagnant technology. You're Red, an engineer. So yeah, there's many random characters putting stuff together, not just the architect. Oh, I am so worried that I'm gonna take a tumble here. feel like your airspeed on a sprinting jump is like your airspeed goes back to regular old walking speed here. We're good. Okay, we're good. Okay. Oh no, this is the portal to go back, I think. Yeah. Alright, well, I mean, might as well see what transpired while I was away. Yeah, okay. Got a couple choices now. Hey, wait a second. I can probably level up at this point. Where's that thing I was looking at here? Help me out. Give me some more mana. Or ether. Should I? I feel. Nah. Let's keep going. That actually goes up a lot. It's like 2 or 3 more casts already. And more damage out of each, too. Menzo. I wonder if that's just something that they're showing so that they can reset, like, enemy positions or something. I don't know if that's doing anything else yet. It could be that, like, when you light one, it's free. When you rest at one, I don't think I meant here. When you rest at one, it's a bit different. I don't know if I did go to this before, didn't I? I'm pretty confident. I think I couldn't do anything with it. No, I don't think I went to this before. Remove the heart. Seems like a smart idea. Iteration data corrupted. Network structural collapse. Lord's restoration. Containment of the apocryphal saves. Challenge, boss fight. What have I done? Oh, it's is this me? Is this like basically accessing the credits in game? Or is this gonna lead? Is this like the beginning of the? What did I do? Did I do one of those things where the game starts and it rolls credits across a cutscene? I guess yeah. I guess I beat it. Video game over. I haven't even fought a boss yet. No, there's gotta be more to it than that. What did I do? Non-standard game over? Oh, it sounds like it could have been. I think maybe I accidentally the universe. I think I did accidentally the universe. Oops. Hold on. At least I saved. Let me do that again and see what... Yeah, I think I just undid the universe. I want to do that again and see if I can get an understanding of what just happened. That was extremely sudden. I didn't know what was going on. I'm trying to remember even where it was. It's not this one. That's where I leveled up. That. What did it said like remove heart. Yeah, I don't think I understood what was going on or what the... Remove the heart. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I just wanted to get a... See, I wanted to reread the text that basically says that you somehow undid the universe. I think I'm pretty confident I missed... If there was something that explains why the heart is important, I missed it. I'm pretty confident I missed it. Okay, so don't do that at least unless you've saved, I guess. And here we find ourselves, the last of the Whisperers, side by side with another anonymous wanderer, lost in this fragmented universe. I would be incapable of guessing how much time has passed since the Great Slaughters, nor if time itself still persists. Since you asked, yes indeed. There exists one being who could help you find your name and memory. Speech, too, maybe. The King. Hypnos Aster, the creator. That doesn't really help, does it? But you are very lucky, as I have deemed you worthy of receiving my help. What have you done for me so far? Yes, partly because I'm bored, but mostly an expression of my altruistic nature. I'd like to help. Ah, what a beautiful day to go look for a long-lost monarch in a land adrift and governed by centennial bloodthirsty demons. At the very least, we won't have to agonize over where to begin. There's not much choice. Look at those gates around us. They once led to all four corners of the world. If you happen to believe the world to be square-shaped, which I doubt, Karanzan is their guardian and their key. Silent as well, he stands proud before the last gate, only one that still opens onto the fractured lands. Meiosis. We can go there, if you so desire. We should go there, rather. We won't find anything out by staying here. Mark of the Whisperer. If you could have seen my kind in their day, Wanderer. We were the voices and messengers of the Lords. We walked the roads, carrying the secrets of the world. Ah, blessed be the day of whispers. A mark filled with unending murmurs and whispers allows free return to the closest limbo well. Ah, okay, so I got I basically have like a homeward bone for free. Okay, so where's Chrono dude? Gotta find the gate that is actually open, I guess. there a lever? That's probably... I think this is where I came in. There's the end of the game that I shouldn't touch. I feel like I'm going far enough back to make a mistake here. What was this thing again? Eibon I have one. I have an Eibon fragment. Memoriam of a Logician Priest. The 4 cardinal lores must be maintained, no matter the cost. As a Logician Priest, I hereby lay down my knowledge. The Aster shall never forget the crucial significance of the quarter. To those who come next, no matter the brutality of the cataclysm that befalls my contemporaries, remember, if they stop, our civilization falls. I already see it going up to the edge. The Decahedron can no longer calm the Agora down. Even Yemal, the Great Dream, and her Aris squadrons can only bring harmony to our hearts through accidental splutters. It is said that the Medarch's pupil gathers his troops, and Ishtar, while the Logician Exarch the Second stays silent, unbothered by the calls of the High One. I don't know where we are headed. I ignore the origin of the wrath. Preserve the 4 lords, no matter the cost. They handle gravity and magnetic fields. They allow our engineering to evolve quickly enough for bliss to endure, and for our sciences to thrive with their minds as the only limit. If they become separated, regather them. If they become destroyed, rebuild them. Their matrices allow for our cities to function. If my life were to serve only one purpose, let it be this. Well, I don't know if I understand what that means, but I'll try to keep a keyword or two in my head, I guess. I tend to struggle a lot. Ooh, don't run off the ledge. I tend to struggle a lot when there's a lot of like abstract, sort of metaphorical presentation for story in games. Like, I don't know. I struggle to understand what meaning I should be deriving out of all that stuff. I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to get anything tangible out of it, or it's just supposed to kind of be like a colorful. You know, is it color and patterns more than structure, and is it supposed to be pleasing to the minds more than is it supposed to basically be a pleasant tune without lyrics? Does that make sense? Do you kind of see where I'm going with this? It's like instrumental music, you know what I mean? Instrumental music for the story. Some games that have such an abstract presentation of the lore absolutely kind of does that for me, where I'm just not sure. I have no one, like, there's no meaning for it to me yet. I think this is where I left off. So yeah, I took some pretty hefty jumps to get down to this point. All the way up there. So I can only hope this is the right way, right? Hope this is a good direction for me to go in. Vision of Akbar. It's a trap! I have 3 catalyst charges. I gotta find whoever can put these together. There's a piece of Beyond here. I'm starting to get the impression. Look at the rooftops and the carefully organized rudimentary bricks that contrast wildly with the colossal stone buildings and the steel arches the size of mountains. Times blend and merge clumsily to form a new canvas. Our deliquescent universe cannot resist the backwash of the future being built on its grave. Others will be born, doubtlessly, when the last trace of this era will have dissolved under sand and water. Less grand, less wise, less insane. Less insane? We may be walking on the cradle of the future, which gives us the opportunity to find a tavern. That is at least something. Well, I could... Potentially a drink might help me digest the story that I don't quite understand yet. Oh, I'm so... Gotta get a better beat on how to parry these dudes. Getting clipped by these dudes is some hella damage. I don't know where it's shooting from, but I do not want to get shot in the back when I don't have a lot of healing yet. I kind of feel like me struggling to understand the story so far kind of indicates that I might just kind of be dumb. You know, like I might just be there's the backstab. I might just be a little bit too simple to understand this kind of stuff. There's the dude sniping me. That's actually why I don't play a lot of puzzle games as well. I think I'm too dumb for puzzle games. I'm shocked that I got as far as I did with Opus Magnum, beat the main story and the first of the production alchemy machines or products or whatever their puzzles were called. The solutions is what they were, yeah. I definitely would like to be smart enough for puzzle games, though. Because I think puzzle games are neat, and I think they aren't streamed enough on Twitch. I don't see, like most of the streamers that I watch don't seem to ever touch puzzle games ever. Don't know if there's much of an audience for it. I think I wonder if how many people will care to watch, you know? Does Electronics games require programming? I do programming for a living. And I've been getting through the puzzles. I mean, like for you know, for at least Opus Magnum. Like I got a chunk of the way through. I may not have had the most elegant solutions, but they worked. Although that's kind of a lesson in itself for programming. Like the most elegant solution is often the worst one because you have to spend the most time figuring it out. You want the one that meets the requirements as quickly as possible. That includes forward thinking and being maintainable. And, you know, it's basically functionality, performance, and maintainability. You know, what's the balance that you need for the job? Hey again, give me some healing. That's what I want. Let me burn. Yeah. Oh yeah, right. You have a limited stock. It's fine. As many as you'll give me. It's cool. All right, Bhakti. You'll always be impressed by the amount of limbo essence I carry. Well, not anymore because I've got like 89 now. But yeah, like probably I've kind of two skills I think that kind of come through. One is I think I'm pretty decent at having a nice like chill chat podcast oriented stream. And the other thing that I've got going for me is that I can digest technical stuff pretty well. And that's gotten me through got me through work so far. I don't think I have any real art capacity. I really wish, but I haven't been able to get into music. I'm definitely not, even though I cook a bunch, I don't do anything super complex. But programming stuff, I certainly got. I think puzzle games, though, maybe, you can say yes that they do kind of require and benefit from a programming mindset. But there is sort of there's a language all its own to how you go through puzzle games that I haven't quite grasped yet. The same way that, like, let's say a great example would be being good at platformers at a basic level, but not having the sort of gameplay vocabulary to play like a Metroidvania or fighting game vocabulary. I barely have the initial verbs and the the nouns and verbs for fighting games in my repertoire, let alone like getting the grammar down. You know, like I can pick up Ryu and play Ryu okay, but can I play, like, am I extremely good at converting into combos? Am I extremely good at complex inputs? Nah. Like, I can do, for example, I can do, you know, like some of the simpler inputs, you know, some of the 2-button inputs, some of the quarter circle, SRK movements, I can do fine. Half circles suck for me, 720s suck, 360s suck. Doing complex movements mid-combo is rough for me. I tend to do better with the dial-a-combo type systems that Mortal Kombat has nowadays than the with giant buffers that Mortal Kombat has. More so than, for example, the extremely tight, extremely small buffer inputs that even Street Fighter V has. Let alone having a no buffer and the requirement for 1 frame lengths in Street Fighter, everything before 5, pretty much. But going back to puzzle games, I feel like there's a way of approaching things and sussing out the solution that I don't have yet. That seems to be universal across a lot of puzzle games. Problem with many puzzle games is that they periodically throw weird logic at you. Lamu Lana and its puzzles throw absolutely arbitrary stuff at you. They throw stuff at you that's reminiscent of old text adventure games, where like there's no real logic behind it. You can't suss it out by observing it. It's usually you have to stumble upon it. And I'd be worried if there's puzzle games that I would be interested in playing in the future that do that. Like, my sort of to-do list is like War Opus Magnum, Talos Principle, going back to Steven Sausage Roll and finishing that, starting from scratch probably. Baba Is You, probably the same thing. I played through a chunk of Baba Is You, but I don't think I got super far. But I do want to beat that. Probably not going to do The Witness. What was the other one? I racked my brain to remember it. It's one named after the test you can do for AI. The Turing test. Two cardinal nexus. I wonder what that's going to be. Also, what is this? Oh, more of the same. Okay. Take me. Oh. Let's go through. I've got to figure out what puzzle games I want to play as sort of like my warm-up ones that kind of teach me some basics. Stuff that carries through to other puzzle games. I want to build that language. The same way that, like, I'd probably be interested in the long-term... Ooh, that's interesting. That is mazy. I'd probably be interested in doing, like, anime fighters. Like, I think Third Strike is cool, and I'd love to learn how to play that at some point. Mortal Kombat 11, I think at some point I'd like to get into that. That would be easier to get into, although I've already played Mortal Kombat 9 and 10. I'd probably want to do Street Fighter a bit if I'm going to get into fighting games. Like, I just need to sort of find my like icebreaker, get my foot in the door type of games for those genres, both puzzle games and fighting games. This is looking kind of bossy. Oh yeah. Oh, I wanted to read your name first. Damn you. All right. Ooh, okay. Ooh, I can use that while healing? Oh. I've got decent damage, though. Some of the hit sounds happen a bit before the weapon connects. Well, considering I have there's a limbo well right next to me, I should just spam out all my mana. Oh no, you got special abilities? Got a just a similar type of dash to what I got. Just a little slower. Alright. Yeah, not a big struggle. Yeah, I don't think this is a demiurge. I think this is just a regular dude. Something a little bit lower tier. Cool, okay. I'm hoping that the difficulty doesn't ramp up too much too quick. Lately, I've been kind of the perspective of like, if you have two choices and you can only choose between the two, too difficult or too easy, I would probably always trend toward too easy. Naru. The struggle to pronounce these things. It's a glaive. Despite their tremendous destructive power, the Cardinal Swords are more keys to access the deepest network layers than simple weapons. Each of them contains a partial replica of a Lord's core and offers all the joined prerogatives. A consciousness and system replication would therefore be easily done, but also a dramatic and final deletion. Okay. It is strictly forbidden for any Aster citizen to use, own, or look for Cardinal Swords. Probably pointless to guess how things are pronounced from the English spelling. They're definitely like the way these words are structured, the way these terms are structured, is definitely not an ordering of letters that I'm familiar with. And I don't necessarily recognize it as being from another language that I might be able to pronounce, so I'm just guessing at this point. Like usually I can kind of piece together, like I've seen this before, but R-E-U-H, I have no clue. Or R-U-E-H. All Alright. You can upgrade these. Yeah, no, they definitely, Redlock is... I could swear they said that they were in Paris. How does this differ? I don't know yet. They look pretty similar. Similar moveset. Maybe a little different. No, it's the trail, I think. I think the trail... It's hard to say. No, I thought I could... Thought I could do something here. Well, they said these are keys as well. Maybe they'll unlock one of the four... One of the gates. Yeah, my thought is that some of the lore... Maybe the lore is different or significantly more intelligible in French. Good localization is super valuable. I had a lot of trouble with Graveyard Keeper because the localization was a bit rough. And like the message came across pretty well with Graveyard Keeper, but the grammar wasn't quite there. And so like as I was reading it and trying to stay immersed in the story, like I would have to stop and think what grammar they actually meant. Have I played the game Story Path of Destinies? No. Never heard of it. Graveyard Keeper was a great game, by the way. The only two complaints that I have about it were just that the grammar was really rough, and the alchemy system eventually got a significant update, but the alchemy system was like thousands of combinations, and the only way you could figure it out... Okay, well, thousands of combinations, many of them did nothing, and the only way that you could find out if they did was to waste tons of resources. I had a giant spreadsheet going, trying to plot them all out, but then I realized there were like there were thousands of them. And later on, what happened was they added a system where every time you try to craft something and fail, they'll give you some information to lead to a functioning recipe. I tend to be the kind of person who prefers systems where if you have that many ingredients and you're asked to put them together, that you'll get something out of every possibility. And, you know, in that case, I'd probably want them to be less possible recipes. You usually pass the systems like that and go straight to the wiki. Well, I tend to be the kind of person who tries to avoid a wiki or any guides at all until I'm done playing a game, just so that I can have, like, I can see the game as the developers represented it, for better or for worse. Same thing with, like, Don't Starve. I didn't go to a wiki until very, 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 very late. Like, I had already, in regular Don't Starve, like vanilla Don't Starve, I had played, like, 600 and change hours on a single save, or, no, 600 and change days on a single save. On Reign of Giants, I had 250 something. Both saves are still going, actually. I just put the games down. If I still have the saves, I didn't die without a meat effigy. So those are effectively still alive. Some devs just assume players will wiki stuff. Well, I view that generally pretty negatively. I want the game to have all the information you need to complete it and to explore it inside the game in some way. Maybe not necessarily spelled out for you, but something you can suss out by exploring or experimenting or poking around. Although, you know, once you hit a giant, grindy, wasteful system for alchemy, I'm trying to figure out where I need to go next. Once you hit a giant, grindy, wasteful system for alchemy, I kind of tune out. But they addressed it. There's something to that in one of the more recent updates. They actually did a bunch of stuff as I was finishing up the game. They did stuff like you can craft zombies now as like automated workers. They made a significant amount of updates to that game. Graveyard Keeper. Don't Dark Souls games have stuff like that with weird ways? Ah, damn it! Access zones, yeah. But those are at least, luckily at least, they're pretty optional. Like you could finish the game decently to get through. Like I still don't necessarily agree with it, having stuff that's so easy to miss out on. Even things like quest lines that are very, very, very easy to miss out on, unless you've met extremely specific, obscure requirements. Like I still don't like it, but I managed to get through them. I have no idea to any degree where I should be going here. I only vaguely remember where I've already been, and that's about it. So this is definitely gonna be a struggle for me. I've never played a game that is this, like, without a map especially, because like Metroidvanias at the very least, like, you know, Hollow Knight or, you know, any other game, they generally will get you to the point where it's like anywhere you go, you'll hit spots where you see something that's distinct that you can come back to, and they tend to have maps that just show like where have you been so far, you know. Salt and Sanctuary was a bit strange in that it didn't have a map, even though I really, really liked that game. I liked the game a lot. Not having a map was a struggle, and at least the areas were pretty distinct. And I think you eventually got fast travel too, I think. Pretty sure. But not having a map meant like knowing where you wanted to go was a bit tricky. I don't really know how I managed to find my way around that. I have no sense of direction. I've been through much of this. Can always do what we did in the early days, make your own map. Well, the problem though is that like there's no like distinct grid. It's not like Legend of Grimrock, or even as much as I was frustrated by La Mulana. It was very easy to draw the map for those types of games because like they're all on a grid or they're screen by screen or whatever. This, it's like it's so abstract how everything's laid out. I wouldn't even know how to map. I already got that one. Remember that you eventually learned the Salt and Sanctuary map pretty well? I somehow managed to get through it. I don't know how. It kind of bothers me that I can't remember. I did like 4 playthroughs of that too. At least 3. One was an archer, one was a spellcaster, the other one was some pretty plain old melee, I think. No. I think one was daggers and not so much archery. Was archer viable? Oh yeah. Bows did some damage, and especially the fact that you could get like poison and stuff, poison and fire and whatnot on your bows. I can't make that jump. No, never mind. Let's not try that jump. Get hit. I still missed it. I think you gotta be really close to get a backstab. We were thinking archery was pretty useless. I had a run that was entirely archery. Spells were extremely strong. Yeah, spells were way stronger, like way more DPS. Oh, I guess you just can't parry that. It's bazookas. Sales are basically cheat mode games like this. Pretty. I mean, I don't know. It really depends on how well you balance how enemies handle it. Because if they were cheat mode in every game at all, then you wouldn't have, for example, it wouldn't have worked in a reasonably balanced way in games like Castlevania Order of Ecclesia or Time Spinner or whatever. Like Metroidvania games overall, even though Assault Sanctuary is more Souls-like, Metroidvania games overall can support ranged-only ways of playing and make it reasonable. Even Bloodstained Ritual of the Night had a ranged-only setup that was by no means broken strong, that's for sure. The gun builds? Yeah. And I can agree with that as well. Like, if it has to be easy mode, then that's kind of fine. I mean, if that allows players to play who wouldn't necessarily be able to play it, then boo-hoo. This game so far is handling spells pretty well. They're strong. They're accessible, like they're plentiful, but they don't just immediately. Oh, they're not so free that you'll always be able to cast forever. Third swing. But I seem to never be able to get in a good spot for that backstab. Oh, is this as simple as this? No. Ooh. Ooh, doing a plunging attack at this spot, probably not the smartest thing to do. One thing they tried to do in Salt and Sanctuary to make spells a little bit better was having that system where you had to pace yourself, otherwise you start taking tons of damage. Even though you eventually got items and stuff to get through that. So I think they tried. I mean, being single player, I really don't care too much about if spells are too strong or not in a game. Well, I guess there was co-op in PvP, but was it really was it more than a fun mode for PvP? Co-op I kind of want to do. I kind of would like to do Salt Sanctuary co-op at some point. Oh, I want to find whoever's playing this loot. Maybe there's nobody. There was a door that was like barred from this side, but so far I don't see the way in. I was thinking at one point that maybe it was accessible from the roof. Or like a door that was about to crumble. I should hit up Cannon to see if he wanted to do co-op Salt Sanctuary. That would be fun. We were going to do a bit of Risk of Rain 2 at some point, but I ran out of time to play it a bit before we started, so we'll have to wait till like next week or the week after. Yeah, I am struggling to figure out where to get in here. This kind of looks like an entrance. Nah. I think maybe there is nothing to this, and maybe I'm mistaken, and there is no way to get in. But my poor sense of direction makes me wonder if I'm just missing it. Oh, speaking of stuff that I missed, in Demon Souls, in the Tower of Latria. Was it 5-1? I think it's 5-1. No, 3-1. 5-1 was Valley of Defilement, I think. So there is a staircase that leads around a corner. So like you go down a set of stairs, you turn around and you go down another set of stairs, right? And I would go by that over and over and over again. Past those two staircases. Trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go. I don't know if a lot of people got tripped up by this. But you would go around the bends and go down another staircase. But in the middle of the two staircases was where you were supposed to go, like a hallway that led to somewhere new. And I always miss that. I see a dude over there, so I think I'm on the right track. I would love to see more people's first playthroughs of Demon Souls, to see how many people got tripped up by that. There's a bunch of playthroughs that I wish I had saved. I have most of my first Dark Souls 2, or no, most of my first Dark Souls 3 playthrough. I have all of my Bloodborne playthrough. I don't have the stream footage, I think, of Dark Souls 2, of my first playthrough. I do have high quality footage though. Like with no commentary of my first Dark Souls 2 playthrough. And it would be kind of cool to do a series where myself and some other streamer, maybe Canon, I don't know if Canon would be interested. But it would be cool to kind of do commentary over that. Bloodborne, I kind of want to go back and look at it and see if I feel bad or good about it posting it. Because Bloodborne was a rough playthrough. A very frustrating playthrough. And I know a lot of people who would go and watch it would probably just kind of use it to demean me and say like, oh, look at this scrub. No wonder he hates Bloodborne, he sucks at it. and maybe not be able to digest sort of the valid shortcomings of Bloodborne that are why I don't necessarily like it. Plus, you know, it's interesting to look back. I mean, I'm sure people would watch it just to, too early again. Even the Dark Souls 2 the Dark Souls 3 playthrough, I think, might be interesting to watch just to sort of kind of see how things were, or see, I don't know, to kind of, get some context. There we go, there's Harry. Just gotta dial in the timing. Just had to look because you wanted to know there are 0 people playing Savage 2. No, why would you dare look that up? That abomination that I have to try to forget. That's sore point for me. Not that I didn't like it. I wonder if they have more or less people playing Savage Resurrection than 2. That would be like, what a disaster that ended up being. I'm glad I didn't even bother with it. Like, I got hit up to say, hey, you want to help with this or take a look at it or whatever, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I couldn't care less. And damn, like, it's the funny thing is that, like, Savage Resurrection had, you know, obviously higher resolution, this and that, higher resolution textures, higher detail models. Fucking ugly though. Oh, why am I trying to parry this dude? I'm gonna go over there and chase you. Put that gun away. Nobody wants to get rocketed to death. But yeah. At least the job that I have now is good. Get paid well, got a decent bonus this year, got a decent raise this year. Generally get treated better than I think I deserve. And I try to earn it. I try to retroactively earn it, even though they default to treating me way better than I think I deserve. Good PTO, good organization for the most part. Can't talk about where I work, I guess. That's kind of the disadvantage. Once you work at a big enough place with a big enough name, it's important to stay separate enough from your work. Generally, once you start working for a AAA company, you just don't want to. You want to let community managers and PR people do their thing and not be not have any front-facing presence. Finally made it in. Please don't be enemies. Oh, no, it's you. Okay. AAA dev is tricky from a like a PR and communication standpoint because you have a way bigger audience with a lot of very passionate people who will hyperanalyze, often incorrectly, anything that comes out of anybody, any communication whatsoever. So it's best to let people who are really, really good at that communication, or at least are willing to be the focal point for any outcome that results from any communication whatsoever that has anything to do with the company. We are no longer alone. I thought you might want to know. Someone is tracing our steps, although their presence sometimes precedes us. Few can play with my senses in such a manner. Let us stay careful. A pursuer? Most PR people aren't necessarily good, just the ones who don't mind getting yelled at. Oh, I mean in terms of communicating well, yeah. It's hard. I mean, you're basically navigating, you know, a lot of people who want to twist your words into a combination of the most negative possible outcome because they have a desire to be outraged, and then you also have people who the only outcome that's positive to them is the one that directly benefits them, even if it's better for the game or the community as a whole. Something is buffing these dudes. Don't know what, but I need to make sure that whatever's happening here, I kill these dudes as quickly as possible. I don't know how it just suddenly clicked and I can parry stuff now. Hope that trend persists. I need this dude to go. I need to get far enough away from the... I needed this dude to die so I can get far enough away from the other one to parry the shot. Okay, just ignore me, it's fine. Now you're far enough away to where I can't hit you. Oh, come on. Oh, just run up for it. Okay, you have no idea that I'm here. Fine, fine. It's free. I'll take it. Don't look the... I was about to say don't lick the gift horse in the mouth. Probably don't want to do that either. I bet you'll catch some sort of disease. Don't want Corona number 2. I'm beginning to think that there is no random loot player that I can meet up. This is backwards. This is where I came from. I gotta say, not a lot of games allow you to parry projectiles. And I pressed the wrong button. I just grabbed my controller real quick and just hit R2 because sensitive PlayStation controllers. I like being able to parry projectiles. How many aeons did I lose? Or I guess maybe it's not actually... No, I'm not losing souls or essence. I think that's just how they're telling you that it's been a while since you last died. Fine, I will accept that. I'm so glad I don't have to chase down bloodstains today. Oh, you know what's going on? This dude just forming in front of me. Off of my arm, or off of my back. Right? Aren't you supposed to be sitting here? Or, I guess that's not... doesn't work anymore. So what I think about overall Pokemon game? You mean, Pokemon Breath of the Wild? I'm intrigued. The world art doesn't look as good as Breath of the Wild. Like, so far. It looks a little bit more generic world. If that makes any sense. Like, it looks like some very plain plains. Having not played any Pokemon more than about 5 or 10 minutes at most, maybe 15. I wanted at some point to give Pokemon a shot. I miss the window every single time. I don't even know about, like, based on what I've read about how it plays, it seems like it's too simple, both in story and in mechanics, for me to enjoy it. And too easy in terms of, like, relative to difficulty that... feels like it should be something, but I don't think it is. I don't think there would be anything of enough substance in Pokemon for me to enjoy it, but I feel like I should have the experience. Oh, I should have... I don't know what I should have done. I feel like this is something I should do. There should be something here for me. Or maybe this is just the next... Like, this is just how I progress. I go through here. Could I not have gotten around? No? Just a hidden checkpoint, maybe? I'm gonna just run on past. Yeah, if I can get up there, I could open that. Pretty simple until you get to PvP. Oh. Is the PvP balanced enough or interesting enough to want to play it? Not that I'm saying Pokemon is bad, it's just... I mean, clicker games aren't for me, but people love them. Even though there's not a lot of... Like, the base interactions are just either clicking or waiting, like idle games. PvP tiers. Is that for, like, the strength of the monsters you got? Like where you got, I don't remember which one's which. Charizard, Charmander, and the other one? Like where, like, are you first tier monster strength in PvP? You know what I mean? Well, I mean, I don't know. I'd have to still get sold on... I'd have to be sold on wanting to play it in the first place, and... I'm only sort of intrigued because of... It's such a popular... It's like, I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, I think it's popular enough to where I think I should give it a shot. The same way that, like, Fortnite is popular, and... Fortnite hasn't done enough to make me want to even try to play it. But it's like... You wonder if having the breadth of experience with games is worth having, even if you don't really like those games. Just know, like, increasing your vocabulary as a gamer. Maybe it's one of those games that's better just witnessed. Like, I wouldn't enjoy it enough to be worth whatever I get from playing it. Is this going... Okay, I was about to say, is that going somewhere? Multiplayer... Very competitive and can get pretty complicated. Judge it while you play, but you stopped after Sun and Moon. Is it one of those things where you have to be on the younger side to really enjoy it, or to have gotten into it? And, like, once you hit a certain point, it just doesn't... Or if you played games long enough, it just doesn't really hold up. Is it one of those games that's kind of better to have played, like, earlier? I don't think I've been there before. Ah. Oh no, please don't be a boss. I'm not ready. Oh no! No! Please no! Oh no, it's like me, but stronger. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is the one that's ahead and behind me, depending on the day. This is probably the pursuer, effectively. This is the one that hides from the dude on my back. Oh no. Good music. A scary foe, though. I need to get whatever's going to allow me to add more stuff. I need to spend these catalyst charges. I don't know who the specialist is, but I really, really need them. You're that way with Nintendo games? You hadn't played any when you were younger, now you have no interest in any of them. I wonder if I wouldn't enjoy any of the Mario games that I played, or Zelda, or Metroid, had I not played them when I was younger. That's a good question. I don't know. Oh, wait, is this backwards? Backwards! I think it was over here. I'm stuck in debris. Well, at least I don't lose. Like I can certainly. There's no significant risk I'm taking by running forward because I'm not losing any resource that I can't replenish. I'd have to give this game a try. Hold on. I did not get hit by this dude. Mechanics might end up making you drop it. I'm playing a lot of Neo. No, like Neo is basically the complete, the top end of the complexity spectrum for Souls-likes. So if you need complexity, Neo will probably be the only game that will do it. I think... I don't know what I just activated. Well, I don't, probably should know where that is. Well, I got a vision of whatever that was all about. Hey, bad time, friend. Could talk to you once I'm done killed this dude. While we're waiting here, please do not see it as cowardice. Not everyone is built to be a killer. It's fine, except for... Where are you waiting for me to go? Oh, this is right where we were with this dude. Right. Hold on a minute. Oh, I guess you're coming along now. I wanted to figure out if I could find a place to save first. Like a checkpoint. Feels like these guys should die in one range parry, and the parry should be a bit harder. It you have the window, like the active frames for the parry are deceptive, and I don't know why. I think they vary if you're closer, but not quite perfect. Like, I think if you're parrying and it's close, it'll extend it out or something. I'm not really sure. I know they do a little bit of slowdown as well. The projectile speed for the dudes who shoot are very, very fast relative to any other Souls-like. It's not instant, but it's very, very fast. All right, fine. Let's go. Let's go fight scary one. Get stabbed. No. All right. Okay. If I can parry you. Not like that though. I need more stamina. Oh, you had to. Too early, yeah. Like the first swing is really, really slow. All the first swings are slow. The second and third, though, I think they don't want you to dodge the first one and parry afterwards. Like, you can't recover quick enough. But they want to make the first one somewhat reasonable. The variability on that kind of reminds me of Dark Souls 2, where everyone got used to the timing for parries in Dark Souls 1, and then Dark Souls 2 became dramatically different. Everything hits way later. The windups are slower. But they're slower in ways that are harder to process. I went backwards again. But yeah, once you get the timing down, like, it takes a second to narrow it down with the range dudes, but it's not that difficult. Melee, on the other hand, is a little different because they're slower. Like, there's enemies will raise their sword and then wait for a bit, and it becomes a little bit more tricky. It's kind of like how in the faster enemies in Dark Souls 1 were easier to parry, and can't see what I'm doing. All of the super slow hollows that you fight early on that can just like slog and wait, those are harder. Yeah, all the slow wind-up attacks are just tricky. They're super tricky. I thought I dodged that. Stop. Yeah, too early again. Doing it on a moving platform kind of is rough. There's got to be a checkpoint around here somewhere I can use. I think they hold, like, if you have the timing down or if you're accurate, they extend it out. Like, you hold it a little bit longer, because if you just tap it at any random time, it doesn't hold it as much. Oh man, I really want to meet whatever character gives you allows you to get more charges for your healing. Or I need to parry this boss real nice. Wait. Only one charge for the healing, yeah. And I have a couple of items that are like temporary healing. I'm just trying not to spend them. I have one. I have 3 of the items that give you an extra charge, but I can't spend them because I don't have whatever NPC you need for that. Yeah, their damage isn't so high. It's the boss that I'm worried about, because I'm not doing very well against the boss there. Yeah, I just want to find a... I want to open up a shortcut. Actually, if I'm already up on the rooftops, there's probably... I can probably find out that... where that, that gate was. Actually, is this it? No. Oh, careful. Is there no... There is literally... I don't see it. Maybe it's on the screen. Maybe it shows up somewhere in a menu somewhere that I'm not seeing. Maybe you eventually get maps, I guess. Okay, alright, this might be a shortcut, actually. This might be the shortcut that I need. Well, yeah, Neo, I think, is, as far as I can tell, is way more linear than something like this. Ah, oh, I'm good. Yeah, this is backwards. Yeah, so this is close to the beginning. Oh, and it's right. It's around the corner, I think. The opening here. If I can find it. We take only the story missions. Neo looked very grindy. I don't know if I could get into it, even for the story missions. But I could appreciate it though. At least I don't get lost. I think the overemphasis on it being as technical as it was is kind of why I rebounded on it. It had the problem that I kind of felt with Devil May Cry, where like it's technical just for the sake of being technical. It's one of those things where like to get to square one in being like functional in the game, like just to get by on a basic level, you needed a level of input complexity that I didn't feel like should have been necessary. You didn't accomplish anything special by investing the extra work. And Devil May Cry was similar in that. Devil May Cry, I kind of understand looking back at it. Devil May Cry it's basically a skate park action character action game. It is literally the extra flourish that gives you nothing tangible is for the sole purpose of being cool. The same way that for Neo it seems that the extra input complexity is literally just to satisfy people who need extra complexity for the sake of complexity and nothing else. So more than the grind, more than the reused enemies, more than the aesthetics that Neo had, that it didn't really jive with me. The input complexity didn't really appeal to me. Yeah, but they lost me after the first one. I don't want to go back. I think that's a risk you take when making sequels to games. If you've already turned away a potential audience with your first game, it's really, really difficult. It's really, really difficult to redeem yourself with the next one. Oh, hello? Do I only get 2 shots and that's it? I might be fine with that. I might be okay with that. I shouldn't. No! It took you a minute. Oh, now you're gonna be quick about your attacks. You're not gonna use your item? Okay, you're gonna hold your hand up for a second. It's a parry. Oh, too stuck in my my attack. Oh, I'm so dead. Yeah, trying to heal, trying to bail out sucked. That was a terrible idea. I was so caught off guard by that. I expected the boss to show up right away. Well, I can go back and level up at least. Well, that's a good question. How do I get back? Do I happen to... Damn it. I can't warp to... I can't warp from here, so I'd have to figure out how to get back. I would love to level up, though. I've got so many experience item that I can't remember the name of. So much of whatever that is. It's such a bummer. It's such a bummer that I'm sitting on these catalyst charges that I can't spend. Yeah. Okay. That definitely doesn't do anything. Other way. Other way. Yeah, that gate that I'd love to get to, I gotta find how to get in there. What if I just did this jump? And that's totally no. Okay. Alright. That was certainly not far, not even nearly far enough. Well, yeah, that's pretty clear, right? Like, beating the stranger... Either beating the stranger or opening up the shortcut would speed things up a bit. Assuming that I can't just find... Like, I might have an item that takes me the entire way back. I'll have to run the entire way back here, but I'll at least be better able to do it. Either that, or if the stranger doesn't spawn right away, try to find the way through... Please don't spawn, please don't spawn, please, 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 please don't spawn. Yeah. I'll skip the stranger for now, I think. Oh. Alright. Let me kill the little guardian dudes around the sides first. Alright. What do we do? What do we do with old... you know what it was? I think what I might have done and didn't notice is I lit up one set of lights and I have to get 2 more. That's probably what it is. And I bet you beating the stranger has nothing to do with anything. I think the stranger is just to be a big spooky scary dude. Well, even if I die, then I could just go back anyways because I can't open this. Unless beating the stranger actually opens this up. Which I'm not desperate to find out. Missed the beginning of the stream and any lore that might have been there. Some sort of computer world? It's some sort of abstraction of reality. And I'm not super clear on what that even means. Oh, is it like I go to the side and there's another one that I open up here? No, that's where I came across. It's something like a sort of like god figure had shown up, created the worlds, gave up their eyes to provide light in the darkness, gave the world form. Something extra planar or extra dimensional showed up, and both sort of either unmade or somehow removed or killed the king with the sort of god deity thing and shattered the world. And then the extraplanar things that invaded mostly ate themselves. And I don't know if I can make this. Yeah. Yeah, oh, I already did this. Damn it. Okay. Once those... So, yeah, so once those things won, they devoured the world. Oh, I think it's the moment I try to open to get the key here. Maybe more, like, really, like, plain old dodges are work here. Don't need to be the Pirate King right now. Yeah, I'm overcomplicating this, like I tend to do. I'm glad I'm doing better now because I like the music and I want to listen to more of it. I think I could swear the soundtrack for this is already on Spotify. Some game I played recently or I was interested in. There we go, yeah, easy enough, no damage. Stolen essence. Wonder murdered. Hey, it's not my fault. I'm not the evil little... I'm not the evil dude who invaded and tried to kill me first. Narrows core. Prohibited access. Yeah, I don't know what this is, Don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but let's, can I use it? I have one of something that I can't spend. Is this, is that give me the key? No, okay. Figured I'd give it another shot. Oh, just oh, it's another one. Let me spend these damn things. I have 4 now. I should have 5 heals. That should have been a really easy. Well, now it was. Then It should have been an easier boss, even if I was going to be sloppy and try to overcomplicate it. Yeah, I need to find 2 more of whatever this is to get through. So that was an optional boss, but at least I trounced it, so... Got that going for me, which is nice. I was hoping being violent was the answer. Yeah. Well, please don't show up again. I'm not ready to fight you anymore, Mr. Scary Stranger. It is kind of cool, though, to have an enemy that basically is very similar to you. I love the, like... So, there's this sort of trope of, like... if the enemy is the same size as you, you're in for some shit. You're in for a fight. It's like one of my favorite video game tropes. Very very Goomba stomp there. Or I guess Koopa, because there's no squish. Koopa stomp. Bet you there's some speedrunner tricks here. Now that I've done that, I've got to figure out what to do next. Too early, always too early. Alright, well, I'm not super concerned about taking damage at this point, because now, like, I know I can't get to that spot anyways. I gotta go find more of those pillars. Hopefully I have the resource required to charge them. Good check. Can be exchanged. Okay, I have 1 extra. I need... It seems I need 2 more. All I want to do is get through this. Gonna give this a try in the near future? Yeah, my understanding is it's pretty standard to slightly shorter length of relative to like a regular Souls game. So you could probably get through it in especially if you have a sense of direction, unlike me, potentially in the span of anywhere between 15 to 45 hours, and that's a very wide range because I tend to take things slower, and I know people can rush through it. Look at the wind up on that. Anyways, though, enjoy your meal. I'm kind of feeling peckish as well, so I might be inclined to take a break in a bit. You know, I haven't been turning around so much. I should potentially head over here and see if maybe that door is right over here. Have I been missing it? Probably not. the sort of dangerous thing that I did recently is part of my recent grocery trip, which is the first one I've made in like 5 weeks and a few days. Because I so recently had to deal with no running water, and power outages everywhere and no internet. This grocery trip was very, very loaded down with non-perishable stuff. And so lots of like snacky, chippy cereal stuff, like all full of sugar, and not the healthiest choices. I mean, there are still some like protein bar stuff, slightly better, and you know, some canned stuff that would at least microwave real quick without making a mess. That's the sort of thing you don't realize when you when you have no running water. It's like you don't want to make any messes. You don't want to have to clean up anything because everything requires water to clean up. So it's like, you know, no dishwasher, no sink. So it comes down to like, all right, well, paper plates, plastic cups, microwavable food, dry food, stuff that's just typically not good for you, stuff that's full of preservatives, stuff that tends to be very like nutritionally terrible. But you know, on the flip side, it tends to be the stuff that's like everybody likes the taste of sugar, everybody likes sweet and salty chip and snacky stuff. If I open the door, are you gonna attack again? Nah. Okay, alright. That's I can live with that. Alright, you know what? No, not that. So, on Steam, the PlayStation 4 controller touchpad mapping, if you want to mimic many PS4 games, you do like right side of the touchpad is start, and then left side is select, right? And like Dark Souls does that. The problem is that more often than not, Steam will misdetect a select input and give you start instead. And that keeps throwing me off. Free return to the closest limbo well. Please, please, please. Oh, that's what's going on. So it's free if you're safe. Please don't take my currency. Please let me keep my 14,000 limbo essence or whatever we're calling this. Yeah, what I'd like to. Okay, good. I got my stuff. I want to get back to limbo. I want to spend. I want to level up. I think what I'll probably end up doing. Maybe this just doesn't work anymore. I think this is where the dude was standing. The shoulder dude. Oh, interesting. If you attack, the shoulder dude disappears. I didn't realize that. But yeah, I'd like to get back to limbo. I want to get back to where I can level up. And I think that will probably be it for tonight. Seems I have a lot of digesting of this map to do. And probably a pretty long way to go. Oh, other way. We go back to where you up here, where you jump up and go around the side here. I think this will take me back to. Well, I don't know what it is, but I think it'll take me back to. Oh, it's here. You jump down, I think, right? Or no, that's nothing. Ah. I want to get back to that gate. can't tell if these dudes are trying to parry me or not. But sometimes their sword goes up, and they don't do much. Dead is dead. It's fine. Oh, have I not been here? I don't remember a staircase with a rock in front of it. I probably have, and I probably totally forgot. As I want to do. Hey, you know what? Here we go. Oh, this might fast travel me to where I'm gonna get hit when I land. No. This is not that one. No. It's a big giant. This is the portal to, I'm not sure. But we're going. Oh, yeah. This is the portal to the boss that I fought earlier. The Cardinal Nexus. Well. Wait, is something new here, or is this where I... No, that's just the backdrop. Okay. I want to... Not going to bother with this. I want to get back to that portal that takes me back to Limbo. Maybe there's an item that takes me to Limbo and I forgot about it. I'll have to check. That would be convenient. So one says, takes me back to my last Limbo well. Start from the beginning. Upgrade weapons. Free return to the heart of Limbo. Yes, perfect. There was an item. Perfect. That makes things a lot better. Okay, I'm glad that there's these, like, especially in a game where I'm going to get lost so easily. I am so glad there happens to be these convenience items so early on. It's not like the Souls games where you got to go like halfway or more through the game in order to get them. All right, where is our staircase leading to? It's not that. Wait a second, is somebody waiting for me? Hold on. Yeah. Did I talk to you before? You gave me a spell before. What do you give me now? The Wanderer's gaze pierces through your mask. She gives off a mysterious and powerful aura. Give her the stolen essence? Oh, I don't know if I should take it. I kind of want this. What if I have a... You know, you have it. It's fine. I'll be nice. She nods humbly, thanking you. Once more strange sparks spring from her hands. Oh, give me a spell. Okay, I'm cool with this. Enhanced ether bolt. Something is moving somewhere on a parallel plane. Maybe something is moving. I could feel it when my eyes are closed. My silver key is dragging me further down the darkness of the dream. I can hear her faded voice. I can hear faded voices. Countless heartbeats of distant pains I can never reach. There is an elsewhere beyond the dreamscape calling for help. I wonder if maybe, does that mean that they're referring to where our invaders came from? Maybe they're escaping a worse fate? That would be interesting. Oh man, the R-Type series does something like that, story-wise. What was the other one? There was one other game had at least one or two other games had a thing where basically the enemy that you're fighting that seems to be the main evil is actually trying to escape something else. Something greater. I mean, that's not the most uncommon theme in the world. But I wonder if they're referring to, you know, the demiurges that show up. Did you hear that banging? My neighbors are ridiculous tonight. That sounded like an explosion. that sounded like somebody knocked over a bookcase. All right, I appreciate your spell. Can we have any other words? No. Oh, you're okay. You're done with me. Oh, okay. How did I miss this before? Who were you? Oh, please don't be the one that upgrades my healing that I've been missing the entire time. You heard thumping the other night on the stream, but you didn't hear anything just now? Yeah, my freaking neighbors. Maybe they're just doing super late night maintenance, or even cleaning up after a pipe burst. Hello, little one. Are you lost? I am lost. Hey. Oh, you're still here? Are you looking at the crucible? Fire as a volcanic heart. It changes, assembles, and dismantles whatever you put in there. It's beautiful. I have worked all the materials I had found, but there's not much else of use here. The world seems darker. Have you seen any colors recently? I still have some friends up there, you know, but I am very attached to Limbo, let's say. You're probably holding it together. I do not remember how it happened exactly. Maybe I've always been this way. I used to make weapons, and then everything was destroyed. Killed. I don't know if my people are still alive. Will you please tell them where I am if you see them? In exchange, I will work with any materials you might bring me. I'll rekindle the crucible. Go. Well, it's always... I keep hitting PlayStation X, not Xbox X. Crucible is now activated. Please, please, please give me... Ooh, what is this? Oh, you have full on... There's a full crafting system in this. More... temporary stuff. Okay, I don't think I want any of that. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Upgrade your... I wonder... I don't want to touch these yet because I don't know what the difference is between them. Wait, upgrade the crucible? Oh, okay. Can you make my healing better? Hello, little one. Are you lost? Ah, yes. Ooh, both? We'll need Promethean component for this little one. What about my charges though? Yeah, upgrade. Oh man, it was right in front of me the entire time and I somehow missed it. I mean, that's not unexpected though. Ooh, you even sell upgrade materials for cheap. Okay, let me go level up. I do appreciate you upgrading my catalyst. As any sentientist will tell you, you cannot figure out the secrets of Hadronite without dividing up hadrians, right? Since you're here, have you seen my... no, obviously not. Do not worry about me. And in case you ever come back, my name is Kuta. Proud to have crossed paths with you, Wanderer. My neighbors must be doing some serious... Like, I can only imagine the only reason why there's this much noise and this much banging is that maybe they're moving, maybe they're replacing stuff that's water damaged from the pipes bursting. I don't know what. Oh, you know, actually, Randolph, probably the reason why you don't hear it now is because the other night I was at my desk, which is in the corner of my living room. Now I'm in front of my TV on my couch, and that is way away from the walls. That's probably why you don't hear it. Alright, level up. I'm gonna go a little bit HP. I do want more mana. Just for the hell of it, I'll do stamina, but I really don't need it that much. Yeah. And I got a new spell too. Let's take a look at that. Or here we go. Enhanced Ether Bolt. I want to put these in order, I think. Ooh, okay. Big hefty one. Okay, perfect. All right, all settled in. back to the limbo. Leveled up. Finally got the catalyst upgraded. I think I'm set.